Hey Oscar. So we're back at it again. This time we're gonna start using the bool tool here. Now, let's see. Let's go over to layout and let's pull these a little bit closer. Now, if I remember, the ears are supposed to be a little bit lower. Let's scale them along the x-axis. If you press X twice after you press scale. Okay, that looks earish. Just press scale and scale along the Z. Move it down a little more. I think like the top is supposed to be lined with this and the bottom is supposed to be lined with this, I think. So yeah. Alright, so we got that there. Let's scale up this cylinder here. Shift Z so that way you scale only on the X and Y axis. Make this a thick neck. Alright, so let's click this again, rotate, pressing R, then press Z, rotate on the Z axis. Okay, I like that. So we're going to select the ear, click Apply Modifier, and then we're going to click the head. And if you remember, we're going to use the Union option from the bool tool. So Control, Shift, and then plus on the number pad. And just like that, they're attached. Do the same thing with the neck. Click the neck first, click the head, and then we're going to click Control, Shift, and plus on the number pad. So once we got that, everything should be attached. And let's go back into sculpting. Oh, this is new. So I guess since these are new pieces, they get colored differently, which is all good. So you know, there's different sections. If I remember right, this was the draw face sets. So you can section out the pieces of your mesh with this by coloring them. Let's go ahead. We can leave that. Let's go up here, change the matte cap to solid red. Okay. Then I'm gonna use the grab brush again by pressing G, and we're gonna mess with these ears a little bit more. Move this down, make it more ear shaped. Kinda decent. Move it in a little bit more. Let's use the inflate brush. And we're gonna push this in. Oh, whoops. We should probably click Dino Topo, because it tends to do that when you add new meshes, or when you use the bool tool and then you go back into sculpting. It's alright. So we'll just reattach to all this back. Dino Topo, subdivide edges, smooth shading. That's all the same. Go back with the inflate brush. And let's get it started in here. I'm using the smooth brush around here so that way I can get rid of some of these artifacts. Because it's not too silent, you know? Just the inflate brush here. Smooth it out. Inflate. Smooth. Inflate. Smooth. I'm just going to be going over this process over and over until I can get it just right. Smooth. I press S for smooth, increase the strength, and we'll change the fall off to, let's try inverse square, because why not? You're going to be messing with a lot of the fall offs just to make the brush the right, you know, fall off. Alright. And, ooh, something happened to his ear. Inflate brush. We're gonna go down and decrease the strength. Let's go ahead and go back to Dino Topple, and we're gonna change to subdivide collapse, so we're not getting too much vertices off. And let's go ahead, mark this around. Now the reason I'm using the inflate brush is just that it's I guess overlap. It's a choice, honestly. It's just making more, making the ear fatter, so that way I can mess with it better. And I mean, I like pushing things in with the inflate brush. It makes my life easier. You don't have to use the inflate brush, but this is just me, what I like to do. Go ahead, smooth that out a little bit more.
Ow.
Yeah, ow.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Okay.
Oh,
So let's go ahead and mess with that a little bit more.
Ow!
Using the grab brush, we're going to start moving things around a little bit more again. Let's move this in and give his folds like that outward look. So this part, let's go ahead, pull it out. Let's go ahead and go to the inflate brush, and we're gonna push this in a little bit more by holding control when we use the inflate brush. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so on this part of the ears, what I usually do is when I want to draw where like certain shapes are, I'll use the draw brush. Let's change the fall off to root, because why not? And again, when I'm changing the fall off, I'm just changing it to see what works best. You're gonna have to try out the same thing and see what works for you. Let's go ahead and get this. Draw in the shapes where they need to go. Smooth it out. Make this smaller. And go like that. Maybe we'll change this a little bit more. Let's go ahead and do that. And there's the curve around here, if I remember right. Once you get that part in, let's go ahead, push it in, holding control, so we can draw in those dents. Let's go ahead and get the inflate brush again, and we're going to go to this part of the ear, and we're just going to push it in. Use the draw brush again. Now, me personally, I like the inflate brush because it doesn't push it in too much, versus the draw brush, which, you know, you've just seen, it pushes it in a lot more. So that's just me, what I see. When you want something different, go ahead, try it for yourself. See what works for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull this part of the ear out a little more. And let's use the crease brush. And we'll change the pinch here. So that way it's a little bit tighter. And change the size. And then, oh, smooth stroke. Now a shortcut key for the smooth stroke, so you don't have to mess with it, is Shift S, and you'll get rid of it. If you want to keep using it, go ahead, keep using it. This is just me. Do it around here. Do it again up here. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. Draw brush again. Let's go ahead and get a little bit in here.
No.
And use the grab tool. Make that Y hook a little more prominent. Let's go ahead and dig in here a little bit more. The anatomy of this guy is not that good. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this over here. So push this out a little bit more. And whoops. So another thing with the Dino Topple that I forgot to mention is that where it is right now, as far as like the brush settings, the further away you are, the less topology you're going to make. So the closer you get, let's get in real close, you make more topology, but the further away you get, you make less topology, if that makes sense. So always try to stay consistent with how close you are to the mesh. And yeah, then you should be alright. So let's go back over here. And let's add a little more beef to that ear. Alright, let's go back to the crease brush, Shift C. And then let's add a little more to the groove here. The groove. Let's pull this, move this, change that. Give it the works.
Mom,
You all good?
Dad, is it a foot?
Oh yeah?
Look,
Alright, let's pull this out a little bit. Pull this down. Let's get this part. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Let's move this up, down, down, in, further.
Dad.
Now I don't like how this part, huh?
Dad. It's Mama's.
Cool. Let's change the size, pressing F, and then just moving down. Let's try the fall off again. Let's change the fall off to, I don't know what's going to work, but I'm just gonna keep trying stuff. Let's change it to root. Let's move that, move that, move that. So go back to the crease brush. Move it again.
Ow. Dad, help you. It's just that go asleep.
Let's use the clay strips brush. And we'll add a little more meat on this guy's ear. Whoops. Let's go back to smooth, lower down the strength, lower down the size. And yeah. Okay. Press the X brush. And we're gonna add more meat to this earlobe. Alright. Oh my gosh! Always remember to zoom back out with the mouse wheel. And yeah. Let's go ahead and resize this. Move it down, move it. Whoops. Let's do a smooth fall off, or a smoother fall off for the. And yeah. Let's move this down a little bit more. Move this in a little bit more. Move this up. Move this in. Go back to the smooth brush, and we're gonna lower the strength. Let's go back to the grab, do a little more changes. Smooth. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's not perfect. It's not the greatest. It's an example. Let's see what else. Oh, the neck. Let's add some more beef to that neck. Use clay brush. And now I don't really remember what do you call it? What do you call that thing that's like on human beings, that the study of the body? I heard something like anatomy, but that can't be it. We'll go work the anatomy. Let's go back over here, and let's move some things around. Now it's not going to look perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. This is just to introduce you into sculpting and some of the tools and workflow. Everyone's got their own thing. Some people got better things or better workflows. Check other guys out. Yeah. And we'll go here. Move this out. Let's pretend he's got beefy shoulders. Move this over here. Move this over here. This over here. Let's get some beef up here. You know, when I think about it, I think of it like he's a really short man in an 8-year-old's body. Excuse me. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the clay strips brush. Or you can press 4 on your keyboard. Now, I use this brush a lot when I want to add muscle. Like certain muscles of the body. And that helps me out. Let's go ahead. Make it smaller. Do this. Give him that Adam's family apple. Move that in. I'm not too big of a fan of the sphere right now. Let's do constant. Now we're gonna add this muscle up here. And we're gonna add some muscles. Put a little dent right there. Over here. So I don't have the anatomy references with me, so there might be other people who've seen this and they're like, ah! You know, actual anatomy artists. But again, this isn't supposed to be a precise anatomy tutorial. It's just I'm showing you the stuff in Blender. Smoothing that out, adding more muscle. And we'll put a little dent in here because that's where the collarbone is, I think. Or that's where it's going to be this time around. Art. Let's do the smooth brush. And we're going to get rid of some of this detail. going to go back to the clay strips brush. Add more detail, take some off. Add more detail, take some off. Now I like to do this not because I want like intricate details, but just because I'm putting the shapes in. Okay. I mean, it's not professional quality, but like I kept saying, it's not meant to be. I'm just trying stuff out. Alright. I'm gonna cut it here, and in the next video we're gonna add some fun finishing touches, and we're gonna work with a few more of the brushes. And I hope you're following along with whatever you're doing, whatever you want. You don't necessarily have to make a face. This is just to show you the process, workflow, some of the things that you can use. Now, I probably won't use all the brushes, mostly because I just like making faces and human figures. But yeah, so we'll cut it off here. Remember to save. Oh, when you're saving, there's a little option here next to the name, a plus sign. If you click it, it'll add a number to your file name, and it's just a way of saving multiple files. Alright, save as. Okay. Always remember save. Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Adios.